All right, welcome back. It's our final episode of the SJHL Coaches Interviews for the preseason, as brought to you by Saskatchewan Construction Safety Association, of course, as you can see on the screen. And also, as you can see beside me on the screen, we have one of the longest tenured coaches in the league, head coach and general manager of the two-time defending champions now, Melfort Mustangs, Trevor Blevins. Trevor, welcome to the show today. Thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks, Clark. Glad to be here.
Another short summer for you with a lot of stuff going on, another championship run, another Centennial Cup run. Are these short summers are you getting used to it at this point? What can you tell me about how different the approach is for the last couple seasons for you?
Well, I don't think that gets old. That means you're playing a long time, so we'll take that every year. It's been good, though. We, personally, lots of time with family and recruiting and just like sitting back. I know the weather hasn't been great here in Saskatchewan for everyone, but make the best of it and move forward. So yeah, it was a good summer, relaxing. Now it's time to get back to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, it's coming up real quick. Camps are getting here, and we're looking ahead now to season ticket talk. We're talking about getting the rinks ready. The ices the ice sheets are going in across the league. So it's an exciting time of year. It always has that feel to it. That crisp autumn air is on its way, and it doesn't take too long after that. For you, Trevor, I mentioned the shorter summers because of the longer runs. How does that affect your off-season recruiting? Obviously, probably in a positive way, but does it change your timelines at all when you have to talk to these guys and get them interested in coming to camp? Does it help? I'm assuming it helps.
Yeah, there's always interest, I guess, to come to a good program. But the big pillar here for our organization is Rick Oakes, our director of player personnel. He's, as you know, he's been in the game a long time. He's 11 years with our organization, and he really is the groundbreaking grassroots of what happens here with us with regards to recruitment, player developments, and really just identifying all year. And so, by the time we do get to the end, I feel our recruiting is in a solid spot, and he does a great job, and we can't thank him enough for the job he does and his guys that he works with. So it's fantastic.
So let's look back to last year really quickly. Obviously, extraordinary regular season with 46 wins on the year, 94 points. You led the league in goal differential, lots of categories. But what would you say is going to be something that you can take away? Let's even go back 2 years if you want, from the last 2 years. Obviously now there's a group here. There's still some players carrying over from those 2 years that were younger and they're still around. What can you take away from those 2 years? What can you bring from those players' experiences that you can now put into this year?
I think you hit it on the head there, Clark. We've got 6 guys that have been 2-time champions, and I really felt last year the mentality and the culture of our dressing room was first and foremost a winning one. And when you have that leadership coming back, that they've learned to do it maybe as more role players, but now they're expected to be up the lineup a little bit. So, they're not going to change their game. They're going to play the way they play, but it's going to be the expectations and the mentality of that. And we're excited. We want to get after it again, obviously, and take every night as it comes and improve every day. But when you have that culture, that kind of you got players that really, really want to win every night. It's pretty special, and we want that to continue, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. Now, one question I remember almost to the word asking you last year was, boy, Trevor, you have a lot of big names that are no longer with you. And we talked about losing James Venn last year, and Christian Coombs was ready to step in. Can you talk to me about, again, same situation, Christian Coombs? He's not coming back. There's a Madden Malacca in the wings, a guy like that who has put up some big numbers in this league and now possibly ready to take another huge step. How nice is it to have a little bit of experience in that goalie transitional phase like you had last year going into this past season and then now this year with Madden?
Yeah, well, first of all, Christian blew away all expectations, and congratulations to him. He's a Division I commitment to New Hampshire, and that's our job, right? As a whole league, is to make sure we place players in great programs and move them along. And our league is special for that, and that's one thing that we need to brand ourselves and continue to do. But when you talk about our goaltending, Matt Malaka, he was just as good. Obviously, I think it was just either you put one in the hat and pull one out. And Christian had a few couple bumps and bruises as the years went on, and we had to lean on Madden quite a bit for a lot of nights, and he pulled through. And yeah, he had a good team in front of him, but he made some big stops, made key saves at key moments, and a lot of nights that got us some wins that we needed to finish off the regular season. So he was as big a part of it as anybody on our team. And this year we feel he, obviously could be one of the top goaltenders in the league, if not the top. And we're going to lean on him a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Now, one thing that Nugsy and I have been talking about for a couple years now has always been. It always seems like Melfort every year has 3 or 4, number one defensemen almost in their lineup.
Yeah.
This year, Ty Thornton's gone, Nick Andrusiak's gone, Zach Turner's gone, but on your returning list, you got 3 guys I think that could step up and be those next top tier defensemen. Can you tell me about a few of the guys that are coming back on your blue line?
Well, 2 20-year-olds we're real excited about. It's Cole Unger and Bo Eisner. Just again, been around for 2 years here, now going on 3. Didn't maybe get the power play opportunities that they should have got, as 19-year-olds, but really accepted their roles. And we can't thank those kind of guys enough, right? You need depth all the way through, and they've paid their dues, and they're going to get a huge opportunity this year. And for them, they got high character, high competes, and they're pretty exciting to watch too. And a young guy with Teo Fleury, he's an 07. Didn't get a lot of ice time last year, but when he did, I thought he flourished a lot, and he developed and got better. And for him, we're really excited for him. He was our top draft pick in that age group, and he brings a lot to the table as far as competes and mobility and makes plays, and he brings a defensive edge to him too. So for those 3, we're going to lean on them a lot early with our young group that we got coming in, and we're excited about them too. It's a group that's got size, skill, strength, and they got a competitive edge to them. And we got some pretty high-profile guys in the 07 group that are coming in.
That's always a good thing. And I forgot to mention Nolan Roberts. I got to mention him because he was such an important player for you guys in the playoffs and into the Centennial Cup as well, of course. And one thing I think when I'm looking at your player list and some stuff from last year moving into this year, you might have one of the deeper groups of returning forwards from the guys at least that played a few games last year with you guys or more coming back. So a guy like Zayden Saddlemeyer, for example, Ashton Hutchinson, of course Caleb Binner. I got to throw him in there. But you have a great group. Exactly, Shepard, Patterson. You got some guys like you mentioned earlier, championship experience, maybe more than 1 year of championship experience. That's got to bode well for, let's say, your leadership group coming into this season, some of those guys.
Yeah, I think off the cuff people are asking, where are you going to score from? But honestly, we've got 3 lines of returning players that are that know what it takes and play the right way. And I'm not about being one-dimensional. As you know, it's 200 feet for the Melfort Mustangs always, and every inch counts. And I think when you play us this year, you're going to be in one. That's for sure. We'll play a heavy game. We'll play a hard game, and I feel we'll score by committee. And I think it's just going to be that coming right after another kind of forward group that is going to be hard to play against and be in your face, and they're going to make you earn it.
Well, and the one thing, too, is you mentioned the 200-foot game is sometimes keeping the puck out of your own net is almost just as important for forwards as putting it in the other one. So if it goes both ways, I think that's probably plays right into some of the structures that we've seen, like you said, from Melfort Mustangs hockey over the last few years, several years, we'll all even go as far as to say. So with all those things, obviously camp coming up, is there maybe a young guy or two that you're really excited to maybe catch the eye of or see how he does when he's compared to his peers?
Well, I think we got a good group, but it's tough to name name a few. I'll give a shout out not just because he's local, but because Cooper Atkinson is from Melfort, but he had a great career in Tisdale Trojans. He's a big, strong defenseman that really brings a lot of edge and mobility, and he'll be tough to play against. He's got kind of a Ty Thornton prodigy, I think. I know it's tough to put those two in the same sentence, but he's got that kind of playability, I guess you could say. And up front, we got another local connection with Jack McCarg, and he's local as far as grandparents are here. Mom and dad were born here, and it was nice to kind of get him out of Calgary Flames. And there's many Carter Billows. I can go down the line, obviously, as far as guys that we were really happy that we got in here. But one thing for sure, they got to earn it. They got to play the right way, and the expectation, the culture will take care of itself.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, camp will be, I'm sure, a competitive one, regardless of how many returners you have. It's always going to be a competitive camp there. So I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but obviously, down the road, there's a little bit of a shining light of a target of a goal, I would assume, for what you would want to do. But what does a successful season look like for the Melfort Mustangs this year, in terms of not getting too far ahead of yourself? I know I don't want to say the word, but what would a successful season look like for the Melfort Mustangs for Trevor Blevins?
Clark, I never really talk about results, so it's one of those things where it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
But and we don't do that in our dressing room really very often. It's something that it's process driven. We want to get better every day as a group, as individuals, and our job is to improve hockey players and from the bottom up. And to me, I just feel that that's the mentality that we have every day. And winning will take care of itself. Obviously, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, we're going to be better for it and move on. So it's I know there'll be lots of chatter about another possibility of a championship, but for us, we're not going to be too focused on that. We're just going to do our thing every day here.
Great answer. Perfect. Well, Trevor, I appreciate that. I know camp is coming up for you real fast, so I'll let you get back to it, and appreciate you joining me today.
I appreciate it, Clark, and have a great rest of the August here.
It's coming up fast. Yeah. Thanks, Trevor.
Yeah.